how to say no to the ghosts of your reality. So, a lot of you guys want to go get to your desired realities, but you just can't seem to do it. The reason for that is because of these little guys. You can't see them, they're invisible, and they follow you around everywhere. Now, what would your ghosts be? Now, that's entirely dependent on you and whatever is in your fucking reality, but here, got all these cute little ghosts, but they're not cute when they keep you from getting the things that you want to get. So, how do you get these little guys away from you and replace them with angels? The angels of your reality. How are you going to do that? Well, that is what I'm going to show you here. But first, before we go on to the next board, just look at this. These beautiful little ghosts. No, I'm playing. Let's go on to the next board on how to say no to the ghosts of your reality. So, whenever we go into what it is with manifesting, we need to figure out what actually the true definition of manifesting is, because everybody has it wrong. Okay, so let's get into that. What is the true definition of manifestation? Manifestation is giving something to yourself as done until you no longer want it anymore. It is not doing something to get or whatever anyone else really tells you. A lot of people will be like, oh, to manifest, you need to affirm or visualize. No, it is just giving something to yourself as if it's already done until you no longer want it. Because true manifestation is becoming it. So giving it to yourself until you no longer desire it in physical reality, because you're satisfied with what you've given to yourself internally. That is manifestation. So, knowing this, what would your ghosts in your reality be, and what are your ghosts? What are the ghosts of your reality, okay? So the ghosts in your reality are going to look a little bit something like this. So, the ghosts in your reality are basically the limiting beliefs that you can't see that run your whole your whole life. Okay, it's those limiting beliefs you don't even know you have, but they're the reason why, your SP won't commit to you. You're not getting the money that you want, whatever it is that you want. If you do not have it, it's because of the ghosts in your reality. Now, this goes down to literally everything. So, some ghosts that you could have in your world might be you might have ghosts of poverty. Is that no matter what you do, where you go, poverty follows you. You could be doing exactly what one of the richest men in the world are doing, but you always fall back down to poverty. It's because you have a ghost of poverty. It won't leave you alone. It's glued to your back, but you don't even know. Or you might have the ghost of bad relationships, to where you never get the relationship you want. Your SP cheated on you, whatever it may be. You could be doing everything right, trying to find the exact person that you want, but the reason you're not doing it is because you have the ghost of bad relationships, and it won't leave you alone. Or maybe your ghost looks a little something like this. Bad luck. Maybe you have the ghost of bad luck that follows you around everywhere, and no matter what you do, you just can't catch a break. You go over there, oh man, my life is so unlucky. They gave the job to somebody that was less qualified than me. I'm just unlucky. I am just unlucky. So This is, exactly what your ghosts are. The limiting beliefs you can't see keeping you out of your desired reality. And then the ghosts, it could be literally anything that's keeping you away. So like poverty, the ghost of bad relationships, or the ghost of bad luck. Now, when you know that you have these things and you come into the awareness of, oh my God, these things are running the show, they're ruining my life. How do I say no to the ghosts of my reality? Well, it's very simple, but it always starts with awareness, and we're going to kind of get into exactly how to say no to the ghosts of your reality. But it starts with being aware of how the ghosts in your reality form. So we're going to go over that. Let's go on to the next board. So how do your ghosts form? We know that the ghosts, which is basically your limiting beliefs that run your whole entire life, how do they form? So like whenever you get into this knowledge, the number one thing is like, man, how did I do this to myself? Because if you know the process of how you made the bad ghost, well, you know how to create the angels that are going to give you exactly what it is you want, which is your desired reality. So the complete timeline of which your reality is created always goes through this simple process right here. It goes energy to frequency to intuition, which then leads to action or inaction, which always leads to the materialization of reality. Now, to go even deeper, what is energy? So the ghosts of your reality, they always form from energy, and they love it. They love your energy, which can be put down into this. Your thoughts and your emotions. So energy is really just your thoughts and your emotions. Now, before you get carried away, emotions is not some, oh, I need to feel good all the time. I need to do this. Shut up. Emotions it literally is just a thought that changes you internally, your internal state of being, okay? That is really all emotion is. It's not how you feel day to day. Truly what it means when it comes to your energy is a thought that influences your internal state. So if you're sitting there and obviously you're trying to become a new person that's out of poverty, make $1,000 a day, whatever it may be, and you're sitting there, it's like, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. Like, it's not really changing your internal state, so that thought probably isn't going to do it for you. Which then leads to your frequency. What is frequency? It's very simple. Your frequency is literally just your I am, your identity, or your subconscious mind. Everyone uses different terms. They'll talk about, oh, you need to impress the subconscious mind. Oh, it's my I am. It's who you identify as. It's all one and the same. That is literally your frequency. So your thoughts and your emotions lead to your frequencies, which is literally just who you identify as. But people will say it's your I am, or your identity, or your subconscious. So it's all these things, which then leads to your intuition, which is literally, it's in the name. In your inner tuition, which is teaching, so the inner teaching from the version of you who already has it. So it'll give you the intuition, which then leads to mental nudges, which will take you to action or inaction of yourself or others, which then will lead to the quickest way to transform your reality into that of which you are being held here at your frequency, which is your identity. So when you think of your ghosts, and let's say you have the ghost of poverty, you start here at your thoughts and emotions, which then is that of poverty. You're sitting there, you're reacting to reality, you're like, man, I'm so broke. I don't have enough money. Man, I never have enough money, whatever it may be. Well, that's the thoughts and emotions of poverty, which then leads to the identity. In every moment, you are identifying as poverty. You're sitting there like, oh man, no, I'm poverty. That's all your thoughts are. That's who you're identifying with. So then you get the intuition, which is literally just the inner teaching from the version of you who already has it, then leads to the action or inaction of yourself and others, which then leads to the materialization of poverty for you. And these ghosts, I mean, you'll continue to see reality, and then you will react to reality here in the energy, which then leads to the creation of reality again. Okay? So when you sit there and you see your life as poverty, the only way to get a new life, which is, let's say, of riches, because if it's poverty, you want to make your fucking money. So you come here, but you keep reacting to poverty. What are you going to get? It's energy of poverty, frequency of poverty, intuition of poverty, action or inaction of poverty, which then leads to the reality of poverty. Now, when you know this, you'll start to nitpick every thought that pops up. No, that's not what we need to do. Okay, it's basically, you use this to get here. This is really where the magic comes from. It's who you are identifying as. And I'll give you another formula of how you should actually treat reality when it comes up, and basically how to say no to the ghosts that are already running your reality now. But to start and to learn how to say no, you need to be aware of the process of that reality actually uses. Because no matter what, if you're going to manifest, you need to be aware of how reality actually materializes. And now you know it's your thoughts and emotions, which is your energy, leads to frequency, which is your I am, who you're identifying as, your subconscious mind, whatever's impressed into there. It's all one and the same. Leads to the intuition, which is literally just the inner teaching from the version of you who already has whatever reality you're identifying as. Then leads to the action or inaction of yourself and others to reality every single time. So it doesn't matter what you do here, because a lot of people will see that their reality is that of poverty, whatever it may be, and they'll immediately go to action or inaction, like, oh, fuck. I need to go change my business plan. I need to do this. No. It's always an energy or a frequency problem. It's always the ghosts running the show. So, how do you actually say no to the ghosts of your reality and then create better ghosts in place of them? The angels that are actually going to give you what you want? Well, that's what I'm going to show you. So, let's go over to the next board. So, what we've all been waiting for. How do you say no to the ghost of your reality? The things that basically control your whole life. How do you change them into the angels that are going to get you to your desired reality? What the hell do you do? Now, this is what we're going to do. So really the only technique needed to say no or yes to whatever it may be is to look at this. It goes current reality, awareness, new reality. That's all you need. Now, a lot of people, like we talked to before, they would see current reality, they would get the awareness of current reality, reacting to current reality, which would then create their new reality. And it'd be this long overdrawn cycle where, oh, I'd react to this, and then, oh, I need to do this to get it. Oh, I need to affirm, I need to do this. But then you just get current reality over and over and over again. So how do you actually break the fucking cycle? How do you get to your desired reality? That everybody wants to know that. So, current reality to awareness. Everything that is happening in front of us gets cycled through our awareness. Okay? And to get a reality that we actually want to experience, no matter what you see in current reality, no matter what the ghosts that are controlling your reality do to you, you need to be aware of your desired reality. Okay? Now, what this is not. Current reality will always show up in your awareness first because it literally gets siphoned into your awareness. That's how it works. You're always going to see it first. So you might get thoughts, you might get, feelings. It doesn't really matter. It's what you consciously agree with. Because here's the thing. There's people in your desired reality that feel like shit all the time, that worry all the time. But the reason why they can stay there and maintain it is because they are aware of having it. They're aware of whatever reality it is that they wanted. Okay? Even though they have doubt, worry, and all this. But again, no matter what reality shows you, if you want to get to somewhere where you actually want to be, you need to use this. Okay? And as we talked about before, it is energy to frequency, to intuition, to action or inaction, then to reality. But if you really dial that down, all it takes is this, which is current reality to awareness to new reality. So if you are sitting there and in your reality you see the ghost of poverty, well, current reality will show you nothing but poverty. It may give you a little hit of, oh, I'm getting better, oh my God, I see my desired reality. You're seeing it. You're not being it. There's a big difference here. When people, like they say, they see signs, and they're like, oh my God, my manifestation's coming, I see signs. What are you aware of in that moment? Truly sit there and think about it. What are you aware of in the moment where you see signs? What is it? Current reality is showing you signs that you are going to get your manifestation. When you become aware and you get so happy, you're like, oh my God, I see signs. You are aware of not having your manifestation, which is why a lot of you guys will get signs but never get the full thing and wonder, oh, manifestation doesn't work for me. Oh, this shit sucks. I can't manifest. All this shit sucks. What are you being aware of? You're being aware of not having it. You're letting current reality, the ghosts of your reality, trick you into being aware of them instead of aware of your desired reality. That is why you are not getting it. And why do the ghosts of your reality do that? Why do they try to trick you and steal your awareness? Well, what did we talk about previously? That ghosts love energy. They love the energy that you give off, which is your thoughts and emotions, your state, your identity. Well, why do they like energy? Why do they like awareness? It's because in the fourth dimension, the fourth dimensional realm, awareness to consciousness is life. And in the 4D, guess what? Everything is done. Time is like a sandwich. Smushed together, everything's all done, which is the reason why we can manifest anyway, because our subconscious mind is a fourth dimensional being. So, when you think about that, that means every version of you is alive. It is there. And you're not creating it, you're choosing it, which is why the ghost of your reality, when you start to become aware of a new reality, your desired reality, what are they going to do? How does it feel to them? It feels like they're dying. So what do? Ghosts can be nasty. They're going to play tricks. Now, what tricks exactly? Well, we'll kind of go over them. Give me 1 second.
Valitettavasti.
So, the tricks that the ghost can play. A very popular one I see is spiraling, okay? Where it's, oh my God, I reacted to it. Oh, I ruined it. I ruined it. I spiraled. It's done. I ruined everything that I've been so aware, but this one thought, I spiraled. And you start to become aware that you've ruined your manifestation. That is your awareness. And, well, when you've ruined your manifestation, all you're looking at is current reality to validate your awareness. And what does that do? What does that do? When you give in to the tricks, you're giving into the awareness of the ghosts. And if it's the ghost of something you don't want, controlling your reality and not letting you get to your desired reality, your current reality will be that of the ghosts. And that's what it wants. It wants your awareness. So spiraling, that's a trick. How do we beat spiraling? Being aware. Using your awareness to be like, no. If you spiral, guess what? There's only now in the fourth dimension. Like we had talked about, time is complete. And when we know current reality goes to our awareness, which then forms a new reality, well then what is your only job for anything? It's to be aware. So, if you spiral, what the ghost wants you to do to stay alive, to maintain it in your reality, it wants your awareness. So, how do you say no to the ghost of your reality when it spirals, when it gets you to spiral? You be aware of your desired reality. So, you go to your new reality. Then it's this technique isn't working. The person who will affirm for a couple of days, no, not working for me. This doesn't work for me. I need a new technique. I need to write a magical, oh my God, this works for me, blah, blah. Do you get what I'm saying? It sounds stupid. Because now that you know this, that this is not working is, guess what? A trick from the ghost of your reality. Because what are you aware of when you say this is not working? You're aware of the ghosts, the old version of you. And that's exactly what it wants. That is what the trick is to take your awareness off of that and put it onto current reality. And if you know current reality goes to awareness, which then goes to new reality, well then why would you ever put your awareness consciously and agree with the ghost, agree with the trick that it isn't working? So how do you beat it is not working?
Yes. It's not.
Being aware. You fucking choose what you want and you be aware of it in the now, because we know everything goes current reality to awareness, what you are aware of being your identity, to your new reality. And if you know that to be true, when the ghosts inevitably show you the trick and try to scare you with the, this isn't working, you go back to this. And if you say, no, I am, well, guess what? That'll eventually form a new reality. Because again, we know in the fourth dimension that everything is done. Time is complete. And if you know that, well then, if you know that consciousness is complete and you choose what you want and you are the cause of reality, well then it will eventually get portrayed into reality. And what is the definition of manifestation? To give yourself something as if it is already done until you no longer desire it. Because guess what? When you no longer desire it, you are aware of having it. And if you are desiring something, your current reality, desire, new reality of, guess what? Desire. You cannot manifest something while desiring it, because then you are aware of, let's hear it, not having it. Which again, is a trick. Now, let's say, in reality, it shows you the opposite. This is a big one. This is one of the biggest tricks where everyone will be like, I'm manifesting my SP, but there's a third party. I didn't do it right. What are you being aware of? Not fucking having it. So when you see the opposite, what is it? It's a trick that the ghosts of your reality are going to show you. So how do you beat it? Being aware of your desired reality. Being aware that you already have it. You're the only person who can give yourself something. Which also means you're the only person who can take it away. So every time you are consciously agreeing with the ghost, since the now is the only thing that matters, you're throwing it away. And we'll go over why the ghosts do that. Truly the reason. Now, mind you, they do want to live and that is their life, but what does it mean when they do that? We'll go over that in a second. But first is the intrusive thoughts. The opposite, it always pops up in your head. And you think you got to fight it and you're like, oh no, that thought popped up, it's over. No. What does it mean? What does it mean when the opposite is shown? Could it be the ghosts of your reality are tricking you? They want you to think that you need to sit there and any thought, it's over. But what is that getting you to be aware of? Current reality, the reality of not having it. So it doesn't matter what trick shows you, whether it's a thought, a feeling, the opposite, the it isn't working, the oh my God, I spiraled. It all comes down to the same thing, and it is, if you want to get over the tricks, what do you need to do? Be aware. That is literally it. No matter what life shows you, no matter what the ghost of your reality shows you, the only thing you need to do to say no to the ghosts is to look at current reality. Current reality will look at you. You go into awareness. You are aware of what it is you want as a completed fact. Eventually that will create your new reality. That is literally it. Now, people will be like, well, if this is happening, doesn't that mean it's not working? Well, let me change your perspective. Doubt and all this other stuff, the tricks that are shown to you to try to put your awareness on the fact that you don't have it, what is that showing you? What is it showing you? And why are the ghosts doing that? Well, we already know that consciousness, that awareness is life. It's life to the ghosts, to your limiting beliefs. And if that's the case, why, right after you put your awareness on a new reality, is it showing you all of these different tricks to try to get your awareness? Why is it doing that? Because it's threatened. It feels like it's dying only because you've already manifested it. Because you've already became that person. And manifestation is not getting something on the external. Everybody thinks manifestation, I need to affirm to get. No. It's who you are. Manifestation is about becoming. And becoming is not a hard thing to do. All it is you being aware of already having it. It's not a difficult process, no matter how many times people like to say it. It's just choosing. And then the only difficult part is dealing with the tricks. And the tricks, all you need to do to beat them is to laugh them off and just be aware that you already have what you want. And which is why true manifestation is giving something to yourself as already done until you no longer desire it. And that's really what it is. And when you know that the ghosts of your reality only show you the tricks when they are threatened, and they're only threatened when what? When you've already became the person you wanted to on the inside. So anytime you see doubt, opposite circumstances, it should just prove to you, oh, I already am that thing. I do have that girl. I do have that man. My business is doing good, whatever it may be. Because you know, if they are doing that, if they're doing the doubt, it's a last-ditch attempt to take away your awareness because they know. They know you've already changed. So, if you want to manifest your desired reality and say no to the ghosts of your reality, what do you have to do? Be aware. Be aware. Be aware. Be aware of your desired reality. So, that is how you say no to the ghost of your reality. I'll see you guys in the next one.